you on this Thursday morning. I'm Jennifer Vaughn. Coming up, Toyota's racing influence. But first, a look at your morning headlines. We start with an update on striking UAW members voting on the proposed labor contract with General Motors. 6 different locals announced results Wednesday, including the 4,800-member Local 598 in Flint, Michigan. 60.4% of production workers and 68.8% of skilled workers approved the deal there. The Flint local is the second largest in the nation and represents workers at Flint Assembly, which makes the Chevy Silverado and GMC Sierra. 2 smaller locals also voted to approve the contract. At Local 652 in Lansing, Michigan, 74.5% of production workers voted yes, as did a slightly bigger percentage of skilled trades workers. And Local 653 in Pontiac, Michigan, 64% of production workers voted yes, as did 81% of skilled trades workers. 3 locals rejected the deal on Wednesday. Local 2164 in Bowling Green, Kentucky, where the Corvette is built, 55% of production workers voting no, as did 52% of skilled trades workers. Local 1753 in Lansing, Michigan, 55.3% of production workers voting no, as did 58.3% of skilled trades workers. And Local 686 in Lockport, New York, rejected the deal by a wide margin. 81% of production workers voted no, as did 62% of skilled trades workers. Several notable plants are expected to wrap up voting today, including Wentzville, Missouri. Voting for all locals concludes on Friday. A simple majority is required for the contract to be approved. You can track the results at autonews.com. To earnings, where Ford reported a 57% drop in third-quarter profit. The automaker took $1 billion in special charges tied to restructuring, as net income fell to $425 million. Ford lowered its full-year profit guidance, citing anticipated higher warranty and incentive costs, along with weaker sales in China. Total 2019 earnings before interest and taxes are expected to be $6.5 billion to $7 billion, down from the earlier projection of $7 billion to $7.5 billion. Ford earned $7 billion in 2018. Tesla posted a surprise quarterly profit on Wednesday. The electric vehicle maker said net income for the third quarter fell 54% to $143 million. But shares surged in after-hours trading because Wall Street expected a loss. CEO Elon Musk said Tesla is producing vehicles on a trial basis at its new factory in China. Musk also said the company expects to begin producing its Model Y crossover earlier than expected next summer at its plant in California. To product, Nissan today disclosed plans for a technology blitz. On the horizon, a new all-wheel drive electric drivetrain, a sweeping pillar-to-pillar digital cockpit display, and a virtual reality avatar to keep folks company in their self-driving cars. Nissan also says it's working on its own solid-state battery technology for electric vehicles, as well as a super-efficient internal combustion engine. And lawyers for former Nissan chairman Carlos Ghosn have petitioned a Tokyo court to dismiss charges against him. They argue Ghosn is innocent and prosecutors violated his rights by engaging in illegal evidence collection and conspiring with Nissan against him. Nissan says it does not comment on judicial proceedings. Ghosn faces charges that he failed to disclose tens of millions of dollars in deferred compensation. He faces up to 15 years in prison if convicted on all counts. Toyota has been expanding its TRD performance lineup over the years. The TRD badge is offered on models including the RAV4, Tacoma, and Camry. TRD is short for Toyota Racing Development. The Toyota unit was founded in 1979 as an aftermarket parts distributor in California. It quickly evolved into a racing arm that supported Toyota's motorsports activities. The division today also makes performance aftermarket parts. TRD USA President David Wilson says the automaker has embraced the performance line.
Toyota has grabbed onto TRD and really over the past 5 years realized that there's a tremendous amount of equity that brand has brought to the market, and the equity comes from the credibility of TRD racing. So the TRD badged vehicles, certainly the TRD Pro and off-road editions are the big ones because the dealers love those. There's some margin in those.
Wilson has been with TRD USA since 1989. He says his main role is helping Toyota win races. Wilson spoke with our Larry Velaquette at an Automotive Press Association event in Detroit this week. We'll end with a birthday footnote. Turning 61 today is Volkswagen Group CEO Herbert Diess. For more industry news, stay tuned to Auto News Now. We'll see you back here tomorrow morning. Take care.